Thank you, and thank you being with us this afternoon. Okay, so my task is to introduce you to Dell technologies. So please, let's note first that I'm not talking about Dell. I'm not even talking about Dell EMC. I'm talking about Dell technologies, which is now the way we are appearing and have rebranded ourselves. Further to the recent say, combination with EMC, getting us aligned with VMware, and the purchase of Pivotal. So together, actually, Dell Technology is a family of 7 team members that can bring, you say, all the different components that any customer, any operator, any business actually across the globe would need to deliver that digital transformation. But let me first actually share you what is the history behind and how did all those pieces of the jigsaw come together. Okay. We believe that everything starts into our, let's say, digital world with applications, okay? Whether they come from the legacy world, whether they come from this new world, everything is application, okay? They all are, they say, in the heart of everything we do. Those applications now, they do run on clouds. Please note that I mentioned on clouds and not necessarily in cloud, okay? Because for us, cloud is not a place. It's actually an operating model. It's actually a consumption model. But it's not just, you know, the private cloud as many tend to believe, okay? So it runs on cloud. Those clouds actually require the infrastructure underneath to actually run this cloud, whether this infrastructure is privately owned or actually operated by larger companies. And all of this, let's say, infrastructure is leveraged by users that are exploiting the data, creating actually the needs for more access to the technology. And obviously, in this world, everything should be secured and wrapped up with this security. So that's actually the challenge of any company right now. And that's where we see actually the transformation that Dell EMC, and now Dell Technology is proposing as a platform to enable with customers. We help those customers to face actually 4 different kinds of transformation. Okay? We see the application transformation. All those legacy apps coming from the old world, whether they run on a mainframe kind of infrastructure or any kind of infrastructure, needs to be updated, versus lots of new applications that needs to be developed in a very agile manner. So the application transformation is really critical for bringing to the business the value that it deserves and to remain competitive and innovative. But in order to address actually this application transformation, we need also to fix the IT transformation. IT transformation is taking care of all this legacy equipment that are in the data center, and that requires actually to be updated, to be modernized, to be brought to a different level of capacity in order to bring the agility that IT requires to cope with all those new requirements. We have a third challenge that we capture with the workforce transformation. The workforce is more and more saying that they do get at home, okay, better tools than they do have now at work. And that's exactly the way they feel with all this apps world. Okay? We have a challenge, and we need to help IT to, let's say, bring to the workforce the kind of tools that they need for their new productivity, for the, let's say, ability to do the business anytime, anywhere. And that's actually something we need to help them to address. And the fourth is a transformation that is, it's an imperative for all organizations, is related to security. So the security transformation is actually the 4 key pillars of the 4 transformations that we, as Dell Technology, help our customer with. Where does the different pieces of the jigsaw that has been built by Michael Dell come together? Okay. First, at the user standpoint, we rely on the strengths of the Dell brand, which is the brand that will continue to carry, you know, all our, let's say, device, let's say, business, whether it is more, notebooks, workstation, or fixed station. So everything on the device will remain branded as Dell because that's really the heritage of, let's say, this quality equipment. The infrastructure part is looked after by the Dell EMC brand. Okay, that's everything related to the compute, the networking, the storage. All those data center capabilities are, let's say, addressed by this Dell EMC capability. VMware is really providing the agility and the layer of interface in order to create this environment truly agile and truly able to cope with all the kind of challenges that the application layer will bring on this infrastructure. So that's actually a key component on which we rely in this infrastructure. Then we bring actually our next component, Virtustream. Virtustream is actually a public cloud offering, but super specialized in the sense that it is a verticalized approach of a few business segments. So that's really for critical workloads that you need to be able to deploy in a public cloud, or you need to be able to overflow into a public cloud environment. And Virtustream is really, let's say, suitable for this kind of requirements. Pivotal is another super important part of this jigsaw. Pivotal is actually the platform that allows all your developers to really provide these cloud-native applications to your organization. It has, an ability to interface also natively with all the containers technology, and that actually provides you with, as I said, the platform for this agile application that you need in this new world. And then related to security comes the two, let's say, companies that are RSA and SecureWorks, both providing different kind of skills of this, on the security elements. So you see actually the way these different components of, let's say, the Dell technology portfolio come together and truly help us to address those four key transformations that we see as major challenges that our customers need to face for the time being. And still, as a part of this infrastructure, of this organization, we also rely on our services organization, more than 60,000 people throughout the globe to help our customers, and Dell Financial Services that allows any structure, whatever the size, to get the flexibility in terms of funding and creating the, let's say, the financial conditions for such deployment. So that's a new picture of Dell technology. That's what we bring to the market, and we truly believe that, as I said, this is a platform of solution that we can offer to any kind of customers, and that are truly, let's say, the scalable platform for whatever challenges you face in transforming into the digital era. When putting together actually this company, we have decided to apply, let's say, the traditional model of execution that has been the success for both Dell and EMC in the past. So first, I mean, on this, let's say, on the technologies, on the business side, you can see that we are very strong on the few key pillars that have remained always the same about our people, the quality of the staff, and the engagement of the staff we have, on our customers, and the way we delight our customers and the customer engagement. Then our market share performance, which is an indication for how well we are received by the market, and obviously our financial performance. It's all come together to support our purpose and our vision that has been clearly redefined for this company, and that is actually to really help our customers to embrace this digital challenge. We meet with customers, and actually we see lots of different trends. I guess most of you would certainly, let's say, support some of those statements. The points I would, let's say, really emphasize today are very much linked to the way this transformation and this new generation of application, the way, the startups and all this ecosystem that we have today is transforming the pace at which things needs to change. And that's where we believe that we have a strong position there to help you, either as a startup or as a corporate customer, or as a supplier to corporate customers, and how you can evolve yourself and really put the solution at a pace that allows you to deliver the value to market. What we have embarked into since, let's say, a few years now is really a true, let's say, success story. And the combination, rather than creating, let's say, a disruption in the business, has been a way to actually get, let's say, stronger together. And you can see there by those first results that were published at the back end of last year that we are on a fantastic trend. We actually hit the bar of the 90 billion of revenue as a combined company, which we've never done so far. It's a high two-digit, let's say, year-on-year growth. So it's a really, I mean, let's say, super momentum that this new combined company is bringing and living right now. But not only we are pleased with the results that we are driving from a business standpoint, but even more actually with the way we continue to engage and to make an impact with what we call legacy of good. Legacy of good is actually a commitment from Dell Technology in terms of helping the, let's say, the community to actually achieve some other kind of goals, whether they are from a community standpoint, from an environmental standpoint, from a diversity and inclusion standpoint. We are engaged into many of those kind of topics, and not only we help and sponsor, but actually we drive it and we walk the talk on each of those dimensions. One of the key dimensions that I think is super more relevant for today is actually the way we interact with the startup ecosystem. Okay. As far as the startup ecosystem is concerned, we have two main initiatives that we drive on a worldwide basis. The first one is the one that is the most, let's say, corporate one, which is actually the Dell Technology Capital. Dell Technology Capital is a venture that is taking part into, let's say, quite a few companies across the globe. It's more than 200 for the last few years, and that's a way that we help, say, young companies, startups at their early stages to benefit from our experience, as we consider ourselves as an active, let's say, venture. And we really help those companies to develop on their business model, on the technology, and to accelerate further their growth. Second key initiative that I'd like to refer to is Dell for Entrepreneur. Dell for Entrepreneur is a mentorship program that we have developed across the globe and is super active actually across, let's say, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. You can see there the different, let's say, geos where we have this program up and running, whereby we actually coach and mentor a series of startups that are in the local ecosystem, where we help them to accelerate, and we gave them access to the, let's say, Dell Technologies ecosystem into that given country. A good example of such a success and relationship is actually this company called RG System. They are a SaaS software that we met actually because they were very, let's say, engaged on our storage product portfolio. So everything around the management and operation of Avamar, if you know a bit of our, let's say, storage portfolio. And very early, there's been some contact because their offer was super complementary. So we started first by giving them a few advice in terms of helping them to position their value prop, in respect to our product positioning, and to position the brand. Then we included them into what we call the Dell Technology Forum, which are actually the show that we run into different countries, and we gave them space to participate within our partner ecosystem. And now they have been referenced into our partner program, and their solution is a SKU solution that any sales at Dell or through our channel ecosystem can actually sell through the portfolio. That's the kind of, let's say, partnership that we're able to put together with startups, as long as we are into a very, let's say, combined let's say, value proposition from a portfolio standpoint. So just to conclude, I think I would leave you, I think, with two key messages. Okay, the first one is Dell no longer exists. Dell EMC no longer exists. Welcome to Dell Technologies. Okay, Dell Technologies is this family of seven, let's say, team members. Okay, that are ranging from infrastructure to security to application developments to VMware and and I mentioned security, data management with Boomi. So we really provide, a platform that allows you to build any solution end-to-end in order to drive actually your digital transformation. The second key message would be for you as, let's say, company, as startups, okay? Come and meet with us, okay? They are for sure part of our portfolio. There are things we can do together, and we have the means actually to interact, okay? Either through our account sales team or through those different, let's say, partnership and programs that I just mentioned, the Dell Technology Capital or the Dell for Entrepreneurs. So whatever, let's say, whatever your challenge, it is very likely that Dell Technology can propose actually a solution, and for that, come and meet with us. Lots of my colleagues in the room, and that will be there for the next 2 days. So come and join us. And as let's say Michael, still our chairman and CEO, would say, okay, the digital revolution just started, and actually the potential in front of us is just enormous. Let's make sure that we go for it together. Thank you.